And welcome to another episode of CAS Minute, where today we're going to talk about why building an internal wiki for your firm can be one of the best moves you can make. So when I talk about internal wiki, you may think about the old school SharePoints or the intranets that firms developed for access to information. Oftentimes they were hard to manage, they were difficult to integrate information into. And today there are a variety of tools that you can utilize to ensure that you have an internal wiki that allows for collaboration, that allows for transparency of data, and helps propel your firm and grow your enterprise value. So when you think about the primary benefits of an internal wiki, there's a few things that I think about. One, access to firm resources. So think about your benefits, your policies, the way that you get work done. From an onboarding perspective, having all of this in a centralized location can really expedite the time to success for new hires. You can include anything in this internal wiki that you want to have readily available for your team. So think about things like a PTO policy, links to your benefit information, those types of questions that you may get to understand where to access specific information. You want to have all of that in an internal wiki readily available for your team. When you think about team collaboration, you want to ensure that you have all the information related to clients, related to SOPs, related to how your firm gets work done, so that your team can be more prepared when working with one another. So you reduce the amount of questions that go into your team structure because they have access to information through this wiki. One of the things that I'd certainly recommend as it relates to developing an internal wiki is focusing on the learning and development and training library. So when you think about industry-specific or system-specific information, you want to make sure that you've got really tight documentation that allows team members to understand how to interact with the tools, the processes that you have as a firm. In an earlier episode, we talked about tools like Scribe and Whale in order to document SOPs. And so this allows your team to better understand how you operate as a firm and what the expectations are for them in their respective role. The last thing that I'll hit on here is that this also allows the leadership team to communicate firm strategy and roadmap to your team and continually update that. You certainly want to elevate your transparency to your team because it allows for a little bit more collaborative understanding of where you are going. And it just helps everybody understand where you're at and what are the things that they need to be thinking about in terms of assisting the firm in meeting the goals for that quarter, for that year. So this allows a really good location for everybody to have easy access to information like that. When you think about recruitment and retention, that is a very difficult topic for our industry. Having an internal wiki actually may help propel you as an option for a potential candidate in the market. When you talk about the connectivity of information, the collaboration, the ease of communication that something like this allows for your firm, that gives a candidate far more comfortability in jumping into an environment and not feeling like they're just having to tread water in the deep end. A few ways that we've seen this implemented really well is utilizing tools like Notion. Obsidian is a competitor to Notion that could work as well, but we've been able to implement databases, connected information, integrated processes, automated actions through our Notion page in order to build a Wikipedia that everybody has access to. We also encourage the addition of information to this library as well. And so this internal wiki is really a resource for the team to continue building upon to make their lives easier. So I'd certainly recommend looking at things like Scribe and Whale and Notion to create those SOPs, to create a training library, ultimately to help your team grow and help your team evolve and have access to the information that they need in order to get work done. I hope that's helpful. Till next time.